Let's say you wanted to make $500,000 selling real estate in the real estate business. And let's say you're making $50,000 right now. $500,000, $50,000. You know what the difference is in this delta, the $450,000? You know what that is? First day on the team, he sent 100 text messages, 100, and he said 4 listing appointments. If you did this one thing, it will instantly get you to the next level. So the number one way of actually accelerating your success in the next 60 to 90 days, getting 2, 3, 4 deals under contract and getting your confidence to soar is to ensure. So if you're a brand new real estate agent trying to crack into the world of real estate and make it a career for yourself, or you're an existing veteran agent that has just fallen on some hard times of how your business works, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to supercharge your business in the next 60 to 90 days in a very practical way, and I have 4 key strategies for you. Okay, by the way, my name is Sharran Srivatsaa. I serve as the president of Real, and I have actually helped coach hundreds of thousands of real estate agents, may it be solo agents, teams, mega teams, or brokerages, and I've actually been in the trenches, in the appointments, doing the marketing, writing the emails, making the videos, so you can actually see a practical way of doing this from a practitioner, all right? And none of these 4 ways will cost you any money, but it will take a little bit of effort overall. So I'm gonna jump into those 4 ways right now. But before you even do any of this, you need to think about why you're actually doing this. You need to find a way to diagnose your business. So I want to give you a framework in which you can diagnose your business at any point to find a way to actually know what is broken and how to plug that hole. So any successful real estate business or any service business, but let's stick with real estate, has 3 major components. Component number 1 is opportunity. If you can't find new opportunities, new people to talk to, new active real estate conversations to have, then you're not going to get anywhere. The second is effort. You actually have to have those conversations. You actually have to meet with those people. You actually have to advise those clients. You actually have to show them property or help them sell their house. You actually have to do the marketing. There's some, number 2, effort involved. And number 3, there's skill involved. There's a skill to actually doing marketing. There's a skill to talking to people. There's a skill to overcoming objections. There's a skill to getting on the phone and setting an appointment. There's a skill to doing a buyer presentation. There's a skill to doing a listing presentation. There are skills involved in this business. And most of the time, our clients hire us for what? They hire us for those skills because they assume that since they don't have it, that we have those skills. So I want you to take the lens of opportunity, effort, and skill and overlay it on your business. And as a newer agent or as someone who has befallen on some tough times, the issue is generally with the opportunity because you probably are willing to put in the effort and you probably may or may not have the skill, but you need more opportunities. Now, if you don't have any leads and you're willing to door knock all day, or you're willing, or you have the ability to have great presentation, it doesn't matter because you don't really have the ability to have opportunities to work for you. So I'm going to wager that you have an opportunity problem, right? And then you don't have an effort problem, but you may need some upgrade in skills. So I'm going to give you 4 ways in which you can supercharge your business over the next 90 days and get yourself out of the rut, but get yourself up in a way where you can become self-sustaining much faster. So here we go. Way number 1 of the 4 ways, and this is going to be unpopular, but I promise you, if you did this one thing, it will instantly get you to the next level. The number 1 way is to join a team. Right? Here's the interesting part. If you actually prescribe to the opportunity, effort, and skills matrix, you will realize that teams have built a database. Teams buy leads. Teams have listings, so they have open houses. Teams have internal conversations. Teams have call nights. Teams have lists. Teams have appointment setters. Teams can create opportunities for you that you possibly cannot create for yourself. In fact, I have a friend who recently joined a team, and the team had 18,000 leads in their database. All he did was sit down at Starbucks for 1 hour. He looked through these 18,000 leads and he looked through the 100 plus leads that have not been called in over 8 months, and he texted them all this one text. And the text went like this: "Are you still interested in buying a home in Laguna Beach? Send." That's it. There was no mention of who he was. There was no mention of anything. It was just, "Are you still interested in buying a home in Laguna Beach? Send." He sent, on his first day on the team, he sent 100 text messages, 100, and he said 4 listing appointments because he had the ability to actually go into the team's database, and just send the same text. He didn't have to talk to anybody. He had opportunities available for him to work, which is really powerful. So number one is to join a team, because a team will allow you to create that opportunity set. But the other thing that you don't realize is a team is a performance business in a box, because they have opportunities. They also can support you with your effort. You have team call nights, or you have the ability to go on appointments together, or you have the ability to utilize the team staff to do your marketing, or you have the ability to ask questions of the team leader and say, hey, I've got this tough situation. How do I actually handle this? The effort component is done collaboratively on the team, which allows you to have enormous success that you can't have otherwise, which is insanely powerful if you think about it. And the third is the skill. The coolest part about what teams do is they realize that they've invested in all these opportunities, generating leads, et cetera, in their database. They've realized that they are putting infrastructure and team members and staff to create support system for you. So when they do those two things, they have to generate some skill. So that is why teams have trainings. That is why teams have skill building sessions. That's why teams have role plays. That's why the teams have their own training manuals or their script books or their own coaching, right? When the teams do that, they do that to maximize your success. And that is what actually makes you, and most real estate agents will not accept the fact that they don't have the skill necessary. It is super hard for a real estate agent to accept that they don't have the skill. They will never accept that they don't have the skill, because they will just say, hey, the client sucks. And I'm not saying that's your fault. You may have great skill, but most real estate agents get in the business for two big reasons. Here's why. Real estate agents get in the business for two big reasons. Reason number one is they have uncapped income potential. And reason number two, they have full flexibility on time. But they don't realize that just because you have that doesn't mean you can have whatever success you want. There's some skill necessary in this process, which means what? Which means that charisma alone, which is why a lot of people get in this business, won't carry you that far. And you realize extremely charismatic people will suddenly fail out of the business. And I want to make sure that is not you. All right. So the number one way of actually accelerating your success in the next 60 to 90 days, getting 2, 3, 4 deals under contract and getting your confidence to soar, is to ensure that you join a team. Because when you join a team, you plug in a performance engine to get you more opportunities, more streamlined effort, and a bit better skill function overall. All right. So that is number one, join a team. Here's number two, is got to get a coach. So if you don't want to join a team, you need somebody, some way, some program, some system to actually say, hey, let me show you the path of manufacturing your own opportunities, having discipline around your own effort, and giving you the skill needed to win in today's market. The very reason that you don't have that is because you've not done this in a while. I'll give you a simple example. Let's say you wanted to make $500,000 selling real estate in the real estate business. And let's say you're making $50,000 right now. $500,000, $50,000. You know what the difference is in this delta, the $450,000? You know what that is? That delta is your learning gap. You don't have $450,000 worth of learning baked into you. So what you have to do is you have to tap somebody else's head, like mine, or a coach that can say, hey, let me download to you $450,000 worth of knowledge, so that you don't have to try to earn this gap by yourself, and you can collapse that gap for yourself. A lot of times what real estate agents will do is when they get in this business, they will set aside $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for marketing early on, and they'll go print cards or flyers, or they'll try to get a website, or they try to buy leads, but they don't realize that opportunity, effort, and skill is the mechanism to make this happen. And if they don't have somebody to actually help them get there, it gets really, really difficult. So the second option in this is to find a coach. Now, you've got to find the right coach. When you talk to a coach, when you're interviewing coaches, I want you to ask them two questions. Question number one is this: how many people have you helped in my situation, and can I talk to them? They need to know, because a coach that can help a newer or younger agent with no business actually grow their business is very different from a scaling coach. All real estate coaches are not built the same. So I want you to ask, how many people have you helped in my situation, and can I talk to a few of them? Number two is, what is your system? What is your system for for getting me from point A to point B? I want you to ask those two questions, because if that coach has not actually helped somebody, do exactly what you're trying to do, they're now in the same boat as you. They're trying to get their random experiences to benefit you, which is very, very hard to do. So you want someone that has been there and that knows how to get opportunity, effort, and skill in the right direction for you. And the second is they've got to have a system. Because if they have not thought through a very specific system on how you can get from point A all the way to point B, then it doesn't actually work. So when you're interviewing a coach, ask them those two questions and you'll know very quickly if they're the right fit for you. So we talked about 4 ways. Way number 1 was to join a team. That is the biggest performance engine that you can find. Way number 2 was to hire a coach that has been there, done that, and a coach that has a system. And if a coach has not been there and done that and does not have a system, please do not hire them, because then you're going to blame the coach, or the coach is not going to be happy with you, and then you're going to be the same result, and it's going to be really difficult. Here's number 3. If you feel like you already are transitioning from a different industry and you just need a jump start, you just need a supercharge, you just need a platform, you just need a quick lift, you don't need a handout, you just need a hand up, then I would go get a mentor. And the best way to get a mentor is find someone in your local marketplace. Hopefully it's your current brokerage, or talk to your current broker and say, hey, who would be a good mentor for me? You want to see if their business model aligns with yours. Now, I would ask them the same question as you would ask the coach. Hey, have you ever helped somebody go from A to B? Right? What is the system that you use? Can I model your system? Because when you get a mentor, all you do is you say, hey, I'm with you for the next 10 deals, right? No matter what happens in the next 10 deals, we split economics this way. I will do whatever you see. I will work with you. I will learn from you. I will shadow you, etc. The nice part about the mentor program is that the mentor continues to do what they do, and you get to ask the mentor questions. So you get to shadow and learn. In a lot of ways, this is the traditional apprentice model. Very few people can actually succeed with this, by the way. It takes ultra discipline, ultra effort, ultra care, and insane commitment for a short amount of time. Because once you get those 10 deals under your belt, I'm making up 10, it can be 5 to 10 deals under your belt. I would say 3 deals is not enough, 15 deals is too many. But if you get 3 to 10 deals under your belt, you will know instantly the core mechanics of how to do things. And then after that, you can actually just work with your broker on the last mile. So the third is the apprentice program, where you actually work with a mentor, but you've got to ask them the same questions. Hey, how many times have you helped somebody get from here to there? What kind of system do you use? And can I shadow you? And will you be willing to work with me for X amount of time? And I will share my economics with you. That is part number 3. And here's number 4. The number 4 way is actually my favorite way. Is if you are transitioning from a different business, if you already have sales experience, it's not just charisma. If you already have sales experience, if you're just coming from one business to the real estate business and you want to get a jump start on the real estate business, I would offer to go down the specialization route. So you specialize in one thing, whatever that one thing is. So for example, I'll tell you, one of my friends has made a specialization in rehabbing properties. So he's not an investor flipper, but he has studied this company called Revive, revive.real estate. If you check it out, great friends of mine, and they do an amazing job. They're not in every market, but they're in most of the markets in the US. And so what they do is if a seller, potential homeowner wants to sell their home and the home needs some work, Revive will actually fund the cost of the renovation, and then after you list the home, they will take the proceeds, their fees out of, or whatever the cost was, out of escrow, giving your client the ability to sell a much better product, right? And then they have various versions to that as well. It's not just one version. But so one of my friends, all he did was he became a master at Revive. He became a master specialization on understanding how to work with rehabbing properties. He learned Revive's model inside out. He met the team and had full relationships inside out. He knew the product inside out. He knew exactly how to prospect. He went to all their masterminds, and all he did was use their resources to go build his own real estate business. He didn't need a mentor. He didn't need a guide. He didn't need leads. He didn't need a team. He just realized this specialization allowed him to deliver unique value to the marketplace. The second is another specialization could be, let's say you find somebody that has an investor-based mentality, and you say, hey, I'm just going to shadow you, and I'm only going to work on investor properties. and you just get really, really good at that thing. You learn that skill, you learn that craft, and you find that niche, which is really powerful. I had a friend who decided that the fastest way for him to succeed was to do 150 open houses in 1 year. If you think about that, that's 52 weeks in a year. He wanted to do 3 open houses a week. That was his first year in the real estate business. He did 150 open houses in the real estate business. Now, how was he going to go get these open houses? He made a specialization. He went to every single office meeting, every single agent, every single team leader, every single brokerage, and he said, listen, hey, I'm an open house specialist. I will go do the open houses for you. I will go to the open houses on listings that you've already done them that you don't want to do them on. I will actually market them for you. I will actually do the stats for you. I will do the follow-up that you can send your client. And heck, based on the leads that come in, I will even give you a referral fee on those leads. Think about how powerful that is. He made a specialization of doing open houses. So that specialization carried him so far and so fast because he was so good at figuring out how to generate opportunity, how to put in effort, and how to have the skill around it. Those 4 ways are the fastest ways to actually collapse the curve and instantly in the next 60 to 90 days get you 1, 2, 3 deals under contract. Because once you do that, you are unbeatable. You are unstoppable. But you've got to get the 3, 4 deals under contract, and you need a little help for that. You need a little push. You need a little jetpack, which is what is really important. So I have one more idea for you, but let me recap really quick. Way number 1 is to join a team. Way number 2 is to hire a coach. Way number 3 is to get a mentor. And way number 4 is to get deep specialization. Those 4 ways. Now, regardless of those are just your ability to actually skyrocket and supercharge and do something really fast in the next 60 to 90 days. Because when you do that, you get to win very, very quickly. But for full sustainability for the future, you want your own brand, you want your own database, you want your own way of generating leads and keeping in touch with your clients. And for that, I recommend you build an email list. You should start, no matter who you are, you should start with an email list today. Because even if you have 5 people or 25 people, you should start with the email list today. And you may say, Sharran, well, what do I actually send to this email list? Well, I would first start with my deal of the week strategy. I'll link up the deal of the week strategy right here, because once you use the deal of the week strategy, you'll start to build on the list. And then every single person that you talk to, every single person that you work with, every single person that you're connected to, now you have the ability to stay in touch with them. And then you can build a sustainable way to create opportunities for life. Because at the end of the day, you need opportunities, effort, and skill. When you have those 3 at play, powerful things start to happen. If there's another way that I missed in this, I'd love for you to comment it below. Just say, hey, Sharran, you missed that way. I used this way. This is how I got in this business. That would be great. If you know of an agent that needs to hear this video, if you know of an agent that is struggling right now, if you know of a newer agent that needs to get on their feet and feel successful, if you're a team leader and you've been talking to a few people and you want to give them that nudge to know that that is their next step in getting the supercharged approach for the next 90 days, go ahead and send this video to them. I just wanted to make this for you. Hopefully this will be helpful to you, and you can collapse the next 3 years into the next 90 days so you can get amazing results. Catch you on the next one.